Online, there are plenty of ways people say that you can build wealth. Some are legit and some not so much. Many people think that they understand, but few actually do, or if they do, actually put it into action. So let's talk about what most people misunderstand, and that's how the very financially well off really do invest. And by this, I mean the quiet, steady strategies that genuinely wealthy people use for the long term. And this bit is pretty surprising. The wealthy are usually far more cautious than everyday investors. They're not thrill-seeking stock pickers, they're planners. My name is Melanie Davies. I'm a licensed independent financial advisor. It's important to know that all of my content is general in nature and is considered general advice only. That means it's not specifically tailored to your personal financial situation, so if there is anything that you want to investigate further, always seek out the opinion from a qualified financial advisor. My financial services guide is available to download from the description box below. So let's look at how they invest and why they do it that way. Also, what can you copy right now, even without the funds ready to go? First up is diversification, discipline, and consistency. Many people think that the wealthy actually achieve financial success by taking huge risks, but for most, it's just not true. The real formula looks a lot more like this. Diversify across quality assets and asset allocations, make the most of compounding returns, stay calm and be patient. And while the news headlines from time to time are all about the share market crashed, thousands of millions of dollars wiped off the ASX today, but what do the wealthy do? Well, they didn't react. And why is this? It's because they expect the volatility and they plan for it. They spread their money across shares, property, bonds, private assets, and they don't let their emotion direct their actions. It's simple, steady, it's about quality, and that's why it works. They avoid the herd when things get extreme. They don't buy into the hype or the panic. You've got to be careful when the crowd swings at the extremes. Prices are crazy, and generally it makes you a really bad decision maker. And the rich? They do nothing. They stick to the long term, invest in quality investments, and stay with the plan. There's also the rise of private markets. This is a trend that's gaining momentum among the wealthy investors. And no, there's nothing exclusive or hidden about it. It just means investments that aren't readily tradable, like private equity, private credit, unlisted property funds. Private credit particularly is having its own moment right now. But here's the catch. These investments can be complicated, less transparent, and less liquidity, and sometimes much tighter regulations. So if you're curious about these areas, it's smart to understand them properly and get help from an advisor that's qualified or specialised in private market investments. Also, expert advice. The wealthy don't try to wing it. They treat money like a system, something to be managed with intention. And when they don't know something, they get the right people in the room. Not because they can't figure it out, but because financial mistakes can be really expensive. They focus on investments that they understand. So if it doesn't make sense or has to be justified by odd valuations or just doesn't feel right, they stay right away. Crypto, meme stocks, concentrated bets, they're the obvious ones, but there's plenty of others out there to tempt you as well. So ask for help and speak to a qualified advisor and check their credentials as well. Okay, so what the rich don't invest in, what wealthy investors avoid is just as important as what they buy. They avoid anything that they don't understand, anything promising guaranteed high returns, tips from their friends or social media, and also lifestyle inflation. This one's when your spending rises with your income. It's a silent killer of wealth. Most wealthy families actually live far simpler than you expect. The real flex isn't in the car, it's in the security. If you want to build wealth like the rich do, start here. Be consistent, build up over time, be diversified, be patient, and play the long game. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.